you start with your table and you put both tablecloths on straight to the floor. And then you're supposed to use the medium safety pins because the large ones are too big and the small ones are too small. And if you're swagging a miss, then the mediums will be just fine. And when you swag, you do 4 corners first. And there's a line in the middle where the cloth is folded, and it's just easy to start with those 2 sides. This is like a starting point. And so you take the bottom, and you always have your safety pin open when you're about to swag, because you're going to be one-handed when you try to pin it. So you start, it really doesn't matter where you start. It depends what kind of look you're going for, but we can start just a couple inches up from the bottom. And you take your 2 fingers and you pinch the cloth so it's like a fold. And then you alternate between your middle finger and your index, like folding it. You're literally just pinching and folding all the way up. And then you put the extra up top because you're going to pin it underneath. You don't want your safety pin to show. You just pin through all the folds you just made. And clip it. And there's one swag. And then you go around to the other side. And it's easier to start with the 2 sides across from each other and then go from there so that they're all even. You don't want to start at one point and go around the table because then they're not going to be evenly spread. So you just do the same thing here. You start and you pinch with your index finger, and then each time you fold, you alternate between the middle and the ring and the index finger. You grab the fold with your middle finger, and then take it back with your index, and then grab with your middle finger, and just keep going. And then when you're done these 2, you do the next 2. So that you're starting with 4 corners. You don't want to use straight pins because they fall out. And when you're done the 4 corners, then you can go through and do the middle of each swag. And there's a lot of ways you could do it. You could do the same thing you were doing, to show up and look like this, so it's even swags all the way around the table, or you can play with it and you can start from the bottom and fold it up, and that makes it a lower swag. Or you can get a kind of draped look if you start halfway up the edge and then you fold. And this kind of makes it just different. And sometimes, especially because you're trying to do this the first time all by yourself, it might be easier to start in the middle, so you have less to fold and less to pin.
Especially with the tablecloth.
Yeah. And that kind of gives it a little like draped look. And you can do that all the way around. You can start in the middle and pin up. And then we're showing you how to do 8. You can do however many you want. Like, I think 4 is too little because this lays on the ground. But if you want more of the undercloth to show, then instead of doing 1 in between the 4, you could do 2. So more of the undercloth shows. So I'll do half. And you just gotta make sure when you pin it, you're getting through all the folds. And when you're swagging, if you're doing just 1 or 2 tables, you can be OCD and make sure it's perfect. But since you have like over 20 tables, you probably shouldn't waste time fidgeting with it and making sure every little ruffle is perfect. Because I mean, as long as they're like pinned up and they look alright, all 20 of them together are gonna look fine. No one's gonna notice a ruffle that isn't right out of 20 tables. So that's doing 8, but over here I'm gonna show you if you do 2 in between the corners. And two. If you do two in between the four corners, it might take you a lot longer, but in case you get the hang of it quick, and you like to look better where it shows more of the underlay. But yeah, so there's that look, and then here's the two-third drape look. That's it.
You done?